Hey everybody, Eric for President here, and you know the drill. We have 5 stories to go over that you may have missed over the past couple days in the VR scene. Major Oculus Quest updates are now live, as well as some hand tracking Oculus Quest news also we want to go over, but this is a special episode in a way because there are a lot of stories in here, 3 to be exact, that I'm very excited about. They are flying under the radar, and I want you to know about them. So let me know down in the comments your favorite stories and also your thoughts and opinions on each one. But as always, leave a like to support my bad habits. And with that said, let's get into the VR news. It wouldn't be a news video without talking about an awesome game announcement that I'm pumped to play as well. The Walking Dead VR Saints and Sinners has finally been giving a release date. Skydance Interactive and Skybound Entertainment have announced that Walking Dead Saints and Sinners is releasing January 23rd, 2020, which is unfortunately missing its planned 2019 release, but I'm happy to wait for what I expect to be one of the best survival narrative VR games to date. The game will be set in a chaotic New Orleans world between a world split into many factions. The main story follows the Tower, a group who controls the flow of zombies, and an outside group looking to take them down. The Telltale series of Walking Dead games were of course a narrative joy to play, and it seems this game is taking a lot of inspiration from it. From gameplay tried during limited demos such as the one of Upload VR's, it is reported that the game does not want to give you the tools to be a zombie killing monster, but instead this is a survival based game at heart that will require tough decisions, again similar to the Telltale games. As of now, the official announcements of what platforms it will be on has not been announced, but it is safe to say that this will be out for PC VR with Oculus Quest in question. No official price is out, and the entire story mode is said to take around 15 hours to complete, so it's a damn full game. Keep this on your wish list as it's going to start off the 2020 VR game lineup right. A new product in the works I thought would be fun to share, but not sure how many of you are tabletop junkies like myself, but I love a night of adult beverages and some tabletop games. I think about the lack of a strong tabletop VR scene heavily, but when I first heard about Tilt 5, it was the first time AR actually seemed pretty interesting to me. Tilt 5 started a Kickstarter recently for its AR headset, which uses a projection method unique among the AR headsets out there, and specifically focuses on tabletop gaming, so you know I'm all about it. Starting at $300, this AR headset fuses board games and traditional gaming, which can be shared locally or even on a network experience. Multiple people can gather around the special map provided and see the game come to life in front of them, each with a unique different take on the action. Controllers are available for motion and inputs, but can also be played with special cards and miniatures controller free. The Kickstarter has blown past its goal of $450,000, and it's nearing the $1 million mark with over 3 weeks still remaining. Starting at $300 for a complete kit of headset, wand, display board, and more, the headset is still available to fund on Kickstarter. I will follow this by saying even Tilt 5 has done a great job marketing this as an early adopter product, meaning they understand the hurdles and learning that will happen on this. But if you have a strong early adopter mindset, link of this will be in the description, and yes, that is a non-sponsored link, so you can support it if you're interested like I am. Before getting into a newer Oculus story, do you remember that whole craze with Lumosity came out with the brain training app? I really enjoyed that app, which gave you numerous games and tests which would track your progress and give you some great ways to keep your mind active and work on your cognition and other skills. In a very under the radar announcement, Virtually will be launching Enhance, their VR brain training app. Play games that work on things like concentration, cognitive powers, memorization, reaction times, and more. Even better and very similar to Lumosity's structure, there will be an entire app where you'll be able to track your progress. By doing so, you can see where you are and constantly work on improving your mind and body. Although this is untested and will need to be run through the ringer, I think something like this is a must for VR, and I'm excited to try it. There is a lot of social and well-being good VR can accomplish over say what a phone app could do with all the distractions around you, and VR gives you the immersion needed for full mental and physical commitment. Now, I spoke with a developer, and this will be coming to PC VR possibly next week as a free app. Although applied to on the Oculus Quest store, it was denied, but the developer does plan to release it on SideQuest, and I will give a small update when that happens. I think anything fitness wise for mind and body in VR is important, and if you'd like more fitness VR updates, let me know down in the comments. Ever since the hand tracking announcement at OC6 coming to the Oculus Quest, there has been an appropriate but huge response to it. Reviews of it from the event have been mixed so far, and I see much more positive than negative. And for the sake of not being obliterated in the comments, it needs to be noted that although hand tracking is coming, do not expect it to be used heavily in gaming yet. We're just not there, but more for entertainment and menu functions like Netflix and big screen use. We are a ways out from it being fully utilized like the virtual reality Oasis, but viewing entertainment to me should not require controllers, and hand tracking here should be the VR standard for watching VR entertainment. With all that being said, my number one question has always been how it would affect battery life, and that question is now answered. According to Facebook, reported first in an article by David Heaney at Upload VR, Oculus Quest finger tracking decreases battery life on average by just 7 minutes. There are two things I take away from this, which is why the battery life has always been something on my mind. Watching longer events in big screen, if the onboard cameras were required to overwork the hardware, well, watching longer videos and viewing events would be redundant, taking away from that usefulness, and I'm glad to hear it only minimizes the battery by so much. But most importantly, thinking down the line for a future Oculus Go iteration, which by the way, I do feel they will not kill the Go, but evolve it into a media-only VR unit without controllers, which could easily be sold well under $200, and that gets Facebook and Oculus even closer to getting VR in over 1 million people's hands, which is their goal. That is just speculation, but I think it's possible. Let me know your thoughts though on a controllerless, hand tracking only headset for entertainment purposes down in the comments. The next round of Oculus Quest updates are officially live, and since we have hit these a few times before, real briefly, here's what to expect from this update. Pass-Through Plus is officially live, which takes the pass-through camera feature you see when exiting your Guardian boundaries or setting up your play space and now makes it stereo correct, meaning it is much less skewed in a more true one-to-one relation to the real world. This is important because if looking through the old pass-through mode, it could be very easy for eye strain. Pass-Through on demand, turning the pass-through camera on when you want, will also be coming later this year. Lights Out 3 Degrees of Freedom mode is now active as well. This will now allow you to watch entertainment like Netflix and Hulu completely in the dark. You will have to turn off Guardian settings for this to work first, and most games and experiences do require the boundary, so remember to toggle this on and off and be safe while playing. And lastly, what we thought was going to be around 50 Oculus Go games coming to the Oculus Quest, we got 66 instead. In addition, there are many games and experiences that if you purchased on the go, you have until the end of the year to upgrade these games for free to the Quest version. The full list will be in the description, but here are some you want to upgrade immediately if you have the opportunity to, including Thumper, Virtual Desktop, Gun Club VR, Ultra Wings, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, and much more. This is probably overall the update with some of the most requested updates we have seen so far, showing the power of the community's voice. Maybe it's time to start hitting that Quest Minecraft vote a little harder, boys and girls. And that is the news for the day. I hope you learned something to help you navigate the metaverse. And as always, leave a like to support the channel, subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss an upload. I'm Eric for Present, and I'll see you on the next one, VR Space Cowboys. Bang.